Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings here, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and even a dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so that you find out whenever I post new videos or announce giveaways or go live. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I'm very excited to get to share with you the March My Ireland box. This was sent to me for a review from Catherine, so thank you again so much for giving me this opportunity. I think this is such a lovely box for anyone who has any sort of affinity for Ireland, whether you've just visited there or you have Irish heritage or you've never even been there and you're just interested in this beautiful, gorgeous country. This box is $49.95 plus I believe now $15 in shipping to the US, but if you're interested in subscribing, you can use the code MAUI for $5 off. I will leave all of that information for you in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get into this box. Now, I will say that I guess the contents of this box didn't quite fit. So this came in a mailer and one of the items was on the outside. So I already know what one of the items is, but we'll wait until we find out a little bit more about it on the information sheets. So on the inside, it just says hello from Ireland. So I do think this would make a great gift box as well, especially for those of us who have just been itching to travel, or if you had a trip to Ireland planned, or if you get to go there quite often and then this past year just kind of threw you off a little bit. So it looks like inside I've got this little card that's showing St. Patrick's Day in Dingle, Ireland, which is where this subscription box is located. I love following her on social media because she often shows us the neighborhood sheep, which are so cute. So inside we just have the sort of lengthy information sheet. I try not to read the whole thing, but sometimes she's just got such great information in there. It says, did you know that our first St. Patrick's Day parade begins here in Dingle at 6 a.m. Still dark outside, but the fife and drum band together at the wee early hours of the morning and meet at a local pub for something to warm the bones, and then they go on to the street and begin the celebration. The tradition dates back to the land war of the 1880s when marching was banned between sunrise and sunset. In order to defy the authorities and honor the patron saint, the people of Dingle decided to have their parade before daybreak. The tradition has continued ever since, and all attend mass after this first parade. Next year I will be with them for sure. I've compiled a booklet on St. Patrick and you'll see it enclosed. That's so cool. So there will be a lot of shamrocks, it says. It says the weather right now in Ireland is very changeable. There's some rabbits that are starting to poke their heads out, so you might be able to see them in the spring, as well as blackthorn flowers and foxes. That's so exciting. It says, I love foxes. Having read Tom McCarran's books when I was young, I recommend them. And I like to remember this time of year that there are cubs now in their dens and they will emerge soon to play outside. They're born with blue eyes that turn amber when they get older. I did not know that about foxes, but I love foxes too. And then it talks about the changes in the ocean as well. All kinds of stuff that happens around this time of year. And then it says, before we meet the makers this month, I want to tell you a story associated with the enclosed jigsaw that we have sent you, and that is the item that was on the outside of the box. It is the story about the Giant's Causeway, and I've always loved the tale and hence chose this particular jigsaw for you. It is told that long ago when the Goliaths roamed within Ireland and indeed its neighbor Scotland, they battled each other fiercely to expand their personal kingdoms. Irish giant, the well-known Fionn Mac Cumhail, was challenged to a fight by the Scottish giant Benandonner. Fionn accepted the challenge and built a land bridge, a Giant's Causeway, across the North Channel from Ireland to Scotland to attack Benandonner. Upon completion, Fionn headed across the Giant's Causeway, but when he caught sight of Benandonner, he realized his foe was a much larger giant, so he hid while he rethought his strategies. Wise giant. Fionn's wife Una dressed him as a baby and laid him in a cradle at the Irish end of the Giant's Causeway. When Benandonner advanced and saw the huge baby, he assumed the baby's father, Fionn, was a giant among giants and promptly ran back to Scotland in fear, destroying the Giant's Causeway behind him so that Fionn could not follow. That is hilarious, actually. Very strategic, very smart. It's like, if I'm the baby, think of how big my dad is. That's really cute. And then the next paragraphs are meeting the makers this month, so hopefully I will be able to find it. But like I said, you guys, there's always so much information in here, and of course so many words that I cannot pronounce, but I do my best for you. So I'm just going to kind of prop this up in front of me and hopefully we can get into it. So let's go ahead though and take a look at the jigsaw puzzle that she mentioned that has a picture of the Giant's Causeway. It is a 500-piece puzzle. It is made in Ireland. It is a very intense image, you guys. So I'm guessing seen that Sfion there, and you can kind of see it is this like geological formation that is there. Pretty cool. It says the world famous Giant's Causeway on the County Antrim coast is an amazing formation of around 40,000 interlocking basalt columns arising from the sea. Hexagonal in shape and some rising to 12 meters in height, they were rapidly created by cooling lava from a volcanic eruption 60 million years ago. The Giant's Causeway is said to have been built by Fionn MacCumhaill when a Scottish giant, Benandonner, was threatening to invade Ireland, so same thing. In a fit of rage, Fionn threw the columns into the sea to create a path to Scotland, where he defeated Benandonner in combat, so a little bit of a different story. It says the Giant's Causeway is designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think it's very similar to the Devil's Post pile that we have here in California. Nearby, but much bigger in scope, nearby is the breathtaking Carrick Red Rope Bridge, which was built by salmon fishermen in 1755 to connect Carrick Island with the mainland. The bridge is 20 meters long and sways 30 meters above the ocean. Crossing it is both thrilling and nerve-wracking. Also close to the Giant's Causeway on the sheer cliffs east of Portrush is the spectacular Dunluce Castle, built around 1500 and the site of incredible battles. It is the location for Castle Greyjoy in Game of Thrones, for all of you Game of Thrones heads. So really, like I said, very intense image. I'm not sure when I will get around to doing this jigsaw puzzle, just because I don't have much space to have a jigsaw puzzle out, but I know that I have lots of puzzlers in my life who will probably really enjoy it, especially those who have like any sort of connection to Ireland, or even Game of Thrones now. So let's see if I can find this. So this is by Gosling Games. It says Graham and Mary sold out of their jigsaws last year, so I pre-ordered these for our members. My mother, Kathy, has made a few 1,000-piece Gosling jigsaws since early last year, and she's spoken often about how she loves to relax with her jigsaw, a cup of tea, and listen to the radio. Sometimes she spends just 10 minutes, and other times an hour or two, and she finds it very calming. I chose the 500 pieces for you, and I just love the illustration of the Giant's Causeway. Just one point about listening to the radio. One of our members messaged me recently to say she listens to a local radio station here in Ireland in the county of her ancestors. I thought that was a great way to keep Ireland close and perhaps learn more about your favorite places in Ireland or the place where your family comes from. That's super cool. So it says Gosling Gifts and Games has one woman at its center, Mary Gosling. At the age of just 19, Mary opened a tea room for summer visitors overlooking the beach near her family home in West Cork. During the winter months, Mary would work in London, and it was there that she met her husband, Graham. They moved back to Ireland and now have a thriving family-run business firmly rooted in the coast of West Cork. They pride themselves on supporting Irish artists, having their products made in Ireland, and keeping a hands-on approach with a little input from family and friends. The company is built on a deep love for Ireland, drawing from the beautiful natural landscapes, the rich cultural heritage in our myths and legends, and the attractions that are visited by millions every year. So that is super cool. What a cool item to include. I know a lot of people have become puzzlers in the last year, for you know why. So then the rest of the box, it just has this nice little bundle in some bright green tissue. So I'm very excited, even though it did come after St. Patrick's Day, to sort of continue the celebration with this box. All right, you guys, we have some edible treats, which I am always super excited about. She always picks out the best stuff. So the first thing, it looks like we got some chips, or crisps. I think they call them crisps there. It says it's by Keogh's. It says grown with love in Ireland, shamrock and sour cream, deliciously fresh Irish potato chips. Nope, they call them potato chips. So there we go. So I'm sure that those are going to be delicious. Let me see if I can find these on the sheet somewhere. So indeed, it says, how clever of the Keogh family to add a little shamrock to their wonderfully tasty crisps. We love that the shamrock is grown here in County Kerry too. The Keogh family hand cooks their Irish potato chips in small batches, using potatoes grown on their farm, and their delicious potatoes when boiled with Irish butter melted on them too. The finest quality sunflower oil and seasoned with ingredients sourced from local Irish suppliers. They combine the delicious tangy taste of sour cream with the freshness of traditional Irish shamrock that is grown in Ballinskellig, County Kerry. The Keogh family have farmed their fertile lands in North County Dublin for over 200 years. Fast forward to today, and they're committed to producing Ireland's finest potatoes, now crisps and snacks that they say are truly grown with love in Ireland. We know you will love this shamrock treat. I'm super excited. And I love potato chips, so I'm sure that's going to be delicious. They made it in pretty good condition too, because they were like bundled up in there, so I'm really happy about that. This looks really good. So this is by a company called Hassett's. It says chocolate jelly star, shortbread covered in milk chocolate with handmade raspberry jelly. Look at this package, you guys. It looks like these made it in pretty good condition as well. It says, "Ah, the chocolate jelly star. When that tin of biscuits was opened on Christmas Day, it is the first that I would grab. I tasted these Hassett's versions last summer and they were melt in the mouth. So delicious that they're on the back of my mind as a sweet treat to send to members. And when Hassett's contacted me this year, I knew straight away that these biscuits had to be sent to you in March. I know that you will love them. I know that I will love them too. I love chocolate and fruit flavors together. They love their confectionery in County Cork for sure. Last month we sent Mella's Fudge and last year Turkish Delight and Sugared Jellies, all made in the Rebel County. Michael Hassett's passion for baking developed during his time working across Europe as a trained chef in the early 80s. On returning to Ireland, Michael started his own bakery based in Douglas, Cork in 1984. This was a small wholesale bakery producing confectionery with a strong continental influence. And then when he went on to open his first shop in 1988. So it says 34 years later, Hassett's now offer a wide range of products including artisan breads and confectionery, cakes, desserts, biscuits, crackers, granolas, chocolates, and ice creams. They hold many awards including something I can't pronounce, Great Taste Award, Artisan Business of the Year, and Best Cork Export Business. So those look really good, you guys, and it looks like we've got a good amount of them. A firm shortbread favorite, our chocolate covered jelly star is with only the best of locally sourced West Cork produce covered in luxurious milk chocolate and handmade raspberry jelly on top. It's a hit with both young and old alike. I have never even heard of a chocolate jelly star, but it sounds like it's something traditional and I'm really excited to give those a try. So then we have got a set of 2 coasters. These are cute. So this is from Wild Goose Studio. Let me see if I can find this. It says, I wanted to bring St. Patrick into your homes in as many ways as possible this year, and I could not pass up these coasters and a tea towel featuring our patron saint. It says, fellow artists Brian Scott McCarthy and Kathleen Smith founded the Wild Goose Studio in 1970. Together with other leading Irish artists, they created a unique range of artifacts that take their inspiration from our rich cultural heritage and the contemporary world. So let me see if I can pull this out. So I'm trying, you guys. I just wanted to take the plastic off so that you can actually see the image on the coasters, which looks like very cute. It's like a little pattern with like a shepherd. And then I'm not sure if those are supposed to be sheep because they do have 4 legs, but they don't look like they have a head. So I don't know what these are, but they're very cute. And they actually have a cork back, which is very appreciated because then that means they're actually functional coasters and not just cute. Because sometimes so that the water doesn't run off the top of these or ruin the image on top, I'll actually just flip them over when I'm putting like a glass on them so that cork will absorb the moisture. But these are really cute. So all right, so I'll have to like look up and see exactly what that is supposed to be, what that emblem is, but you can see this little band of shamrocks going across. That's super adorable. And then we have the matching tea towel that they mentioned. So cute. It says symbols of Ireland. St. Patrick, Ireland's patron saint, used the shamrock to explain the mysteries of Christianity when he brought the new religion to these shores. St. Brendan is thought to have discovered America in the 6th century on his quest to discover the promised land. All 3 symbols represent aspects of Ireland's character. So I'm not sure if one is supposed to be St. Brendan. I still don't know what this is. Let me know if you know what this is. So of course we've got our shepherd and then we've got our shamrock. Maybe that is St. Brendan, the shepherd. I'm not really sure, but this is really cute. And I think that the colors are really pretty too. I like the blue and the purple and the green all together, and it's adorable that it all matches. And then let's see. Oh, we've got something else. I thought it was just like, I wasn't sure what this is. It says a little pocket hug from Ireland. It's just like a little wooden medallion. Of course, I love that it's like on a little sheep background. It says the idea for the pocket hug from Ireland arose when my 2 daughters, now 8 and 6, were going back to school in September. I had seen a pocket hug that was made in the UK and directed at parents to buy for their children returning to school. It could be popped in their school bag and taken out whenever they perhaps felt a little lonely. Aww. Over the next few months, I thought about all of the emails and messages that I get from my members writing about how they miss Ireland so much. Many of you have described my Ireland box as a hug from home or a hug from Ireland, and I decided that I wanted to create one of these little pocket hugs for you. So I thought about who could make them for me, and I contacted Warren from Cool tree design and told him about my idea of the claddagh engraved on wood, a symbol of love, loyalty, and friendship, and quite the hug itself, of course, the two hands holding the heart. And he sent me a little pocket hug from Ireland to agree on. I loved it and decided that I would place it on the sheep card for you also, because of course I love the sheep. So it says it's based in County Kildare. Warren Hayes utilizes traditional techniques whilst creating wood-turned treasures with very modern appeal. Warren prototypes each and every product using hand tools, and every product is made using carefully selected timber in his workshop and then is finished by hand. This is a quote from him. It says, "You need to get the right timber. My favorite timbers are ash and walnut. It's very important to have good quality wood." So love that. Super cool. I'm not sure who I'll give my Irish hug to. Probably somebody who loves Ireland. Then we have St. Patrick, a brief account of Ireland's patron saint, which she did mention that she included this little booklet, which is very well made, I have to say. We have like information about the life of St. Patrick, the writings of St. Patrick, places of pilgrimage with like color images. So lovely. So great way to learn a little bit more and not just celebrate with, you know, your green beer, that kind of thing. So it says there's also supposed to be a recipe and insert card. So maybe did I miss that on the little, I don't see the recipe, but maybe it's in the booklet, perhaps. And then just looking forward, let's see what it says. It says, so many of you enjoy the clean beauty treasures that we've sent to you in the past. So more next month, April, from amazing Irish makers that use the gifts from the land and sea around us here in Ireland. And we'll send a gorgeous handmade accessory to you. It's really special. We love it. The gorgeous Irish sheep and Irish farmhouse My Ireland boxes are also coming up. So every year there's a Irish farmhouse box or a cottage box, and also the sheep box, which you guys, you have to get the sheep box. I've gotten two in a row, 2 years in a row, and it's always been my very, very favorite one. It says makers in Ireland are currently stitching and sewing, crafting and hand making for these upcoming My Ireland boxes, and we cannot wait for you to see the Irish made surprises that we have invented in our minds here at My Ireland Box. That is so cool that she's having things made for the box that she knows that subscribers will really enjoy. So let's just go over everything that we got. I'm not seeing my like recipe card, but oh, see, it is on the back of this little card that was in here. So let's see, it's for soda farls. It looks like, they look like little like scones or something. So it's always fun to get recipes in boxes. It's one of my favorite things that a lot of boxes have started doing, and especially in the like travel and sort of cultural boxes, I think it is such a lovely touch. But in terms of the actual items, we got that gorgeous Giant's Causeway 500-piece jigsaw puzzle. We got our little informational booklet about St. Patrick, and then we got our cute little tea towel and coaster set, which I think are adorable. I just have to figure out what this little thing is. I feel like it's a sheep, but I don't think it is. Maybe it's like representative of something else, but I don't know what. Maybe it's a fence. A shield? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Some of you will probably like know exactly what it is right away, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, obviously. And then our edible treats, we got our shamrock and sour cream potato chips, which these are going to be awesome. I just like crushed them. And the one that I'm probably the most excited about is the chocolate jelly star, even though I've never heard of it. It just sounds like a delicious concoction. And then finally, we have our little pocket hug from Ireland that she had made for the box, which I think is so sweet. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite item was in this box. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.